Alright, so we're back, and in this video we are going to finally set up our component for creating a new post, and we're going to use Redux form. But before we get started, I would like to mention that I've been having some issues with this boilerplate. It works great, but for some reason the routing has issues. It could be something with the way Webpack is set up or browser history or something, but I think that if you're going to try to replicate, for now this is fine, but if you're going to try to replicate this project in like a new app, or you just want to create a new app, try out something called excuse me, it's by Facebook. It's called Create React App, and it's basically an npm package that lets you create React apps that are like fully wired up and everything. So just Google Create React App and try that out, and everything should work out of the box, and it's actually pretty awesome. So no offense to Bucky Roberts or the new Boston or anything, this boilerplate was awesome, but I'm having some issues, and I'm pretty sure if you used the Facebook Create React App it would be fine. So let's go ahead and close this for now. So wasted about a minute there just explaining that. So we're going to open our reducers, and we're going to first wire up our Redux form reducer. So we're going to say import, and we are going to say reducer as form reducer, which means we're going to be using form reducer, and we need to import reducer from Redux form. Since it's like its own package, it has something called a reducer inside of it, but we're going to be calling it form reducer so we don't get confused. And in here we're just going to reference it as form. I'm going to say form reducer. Let's add a comma here. Great, that looks good. Then let's go into our new article. Let me see, I got that right. Whoops. Yeah, all looks good. Don't have any errors. Great. We'll go into our new article component. We're going to import Redux form from Redux form semicolon, and we're going to go ahead and use it here at the bottom. So we're going to say export default Redux form new article. Redux form works a lot like the connect higher order component, except it takes an extra argument. We'll go over that in 1 second. So in here we're going to put the form key that we created in our reducer, and we're going to call it new article form, and we're also going to say which fields it has, which would usually be an array, and we only have one field, so it's going to be a short array. Great. And even though we haven't created this action creator yet, we're going to import a non-existent action creator, which is going to be create article, and this is going to come from our actions. So we're going to go up into actions index, and we are going to pass this in here. We're going to say, whoops, it's going to go in here, and this takes map state to props and map dispatch to props, but we don't have state, but we do have map dispatch. So in here we're going to say create article. Cool. Now what we can do is go ahead and scaffold out the form, and for the sake of saving time I'm just going to pause it and then write it out, and we'll resume the video. So I'll be right back. Remember that this is null because we don't have map state to props. So 1 second, I'll be right back. So here we're back. What we basically have is just a form, has a label, title, which is our only attribute, and it's got an input, and just a submit button. Very simple submit button. Okay, so now what we're going to do is use some helpers that we get from Redux form, and we're going to set them to this .props. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to say const fields, and our fields are a title only, and it also gives us handle submit, which is pretty cool. We'll close this, and we'll say this .props. Okay, cool. So now we have access to those, and now we can say that when the form is submitted, we want to use handle submit, and this is basically just giving Redux form basically control over all of our form. And we're going to use a nice little trick here to pass in all of the properties that we get on the title object into the input. So we're going to say, we're going to use the spread operator to destructure all of these properties, and save that. Okay, this should be here. And instead of new article, create page, let's have this say something like, or make this an H1, create a new article. Whoops. Okay, that looks good. So now if we save this, let's restart Webpack just to, and again, go ahead and look up Create React App by Facebook. It's a pretty awesome package, has everything set up, so check that out. We'll refresh, and we'll create an article, and okay, cool, here's our form. And the errors that we're getting are because our server isn't running, so obviously none of this is going to work, so that's fine. Let's close this. So there's our form, type stuff, and let's not submit yet. First we're going to create our action for basically creating a new post. So cool, let's do it. I will see you guys in the next video. We're going to try to fit in the create new article in that video, as well as getting data from a single article, but we'll see. I don't want the videos to run too long, so we'll do our best. Okay, bye.